Every occupier on Ukrainian land must understand that as long as they remain here, they are a target. Their existence is merely a matter of time. Air defense systems. 13 installations guarding the skies, now mere relics. The CSO-A dances through the radar shadows, rendering the enemy blind to the approaching storm. Military transport. 251 units immobilized. The supply lines disrupted, the enemy's mobility crippled. The CSO-A understands that logistics win wars. Fortified positions. 119 bunkers, trenches, and foxholes, once impenetrable. Now the CSO-A leaves behind only echoes of their presence. Ammunition warehouses, 6 secret caches of death and destruction. The CSO-A sets them ablaze, turning darkness into infernos. Occupants, 458 lives forever altered. Some surrender, others fight to the last breath. The CSO-A knows that every occupier carries a story, a past, a family, a dream. But in war, compassion is a luxury they cannot afford. The unseen heroes. Who are these shadow warriors? Their faces remain hidden, their names whispered only among comrades. They are the embodiment of sacrifice, the guardians of a nation's soul. Their families wait in silent vigil, hoping for their safe return. 1. Tanks, those formidable behemoths of war, have met their match. The CSO-A has mastered the art of tank warfare, exploiting vulnerabilities and striking with calculated ferocity. Their anti-tank squads move like phantoms, silently closing in on their prey. The cold metal of their RPG-7 launchers contrasts sharply with the fiery determination in their eyes. 25 tanks, once symbols of invincibility, now lie dormant, twisted steel carcasses strewn across the battlefield. The CSO-A has disrupted the enemy's armored juggernaut, leaving gaping holes in their lines. The symphony of destruction. But it doesn't end there. The CSO-A orchestrates a symphony of destruction, hitting the Russian forces where it hurts the most. Armored personnel carriers, BBM. 65 of them, each carrying the weight of soldiers' hopes and fears. The CSO-A dismantles them systematically, rendering them useless. Artillery systems. 59 cannons silenced, their thunderous roars replaced by eerie silence. The CSO-A knows that victory lies not only in brute force, but also in strategic finesse. As dawn breaks, the company splits into squads, each assigned a specific sector. Their eyes trained on abandoned buildings, overgrown fields, and crumbling infrastructure, they search for clues. Footprints in the mud, discarded equipment, and whispered rumors all lead to the same target, the enemy. The occupiers are cunning. They melt into the shadows, leaving behind traps and decoys. But the BPAC Shock Company is relentless. They follow the breadcrumbs, the faintest scent of diesel, the echo of distant gunfire. Their radios crackle with updates from neighboring units, sharing intelligence and coordinating movements. The final showdown. And then it happens, the ambush. The occupiers emerge from their hiding places, weapons raised, but they are met with a storm of fire and resolve. The BPAC Shock Company strikes with surgical precision, dismantling the enemy's defenses. Explosions rock the air and smoke billows, a symphony of chaos and liberation. In a strategic collaboration with neighboring units, the BPAK Shock Company 79 ODSHBR has embarked on a relentless pursuit of the enemy. Their mission: to track down and neutralize hostile forces and their equipment. This covert operation, codenamed Perun, unfolds in the shadowy alleys and rugged terrain of Avdiivka, a place where history and conflict intersect. The soldiers of the BPAC Shock Company move like phantoms through the war-torn landscape. Their footsteps muffled by determination, they scan the horizon for any sign of the occupiers. These battle-hardened warriors know that victory lies not only in firepower, but also in stealth and precision. Fighters from the Geese 9 unit of the GUR Ministry of Defense destroyed the latest Russian Repaynik radar using a kamikaze drone. The radar was specifically designed to detect small aerial targets. Darts drone strikes Occupier's house in Kherson region. Fighters from the M2 unit of the Central Security Service A within the Ukrainian SBU, Security Service of Ukraine, carried out a precision strike using the Darts drone. The target was a house on the left bank of the Kherson region, where the occupiers were located. The conflict in Ukraine has witnessed foreign fighters participating on both sides. Let's delve into the details of this daring operation. The Darts drone, a silent avenger. The Darts drone, sleek and agile, soared above the Kherson region. Its mission? To seek out and neutralize the enemy. Equipped with a powerful warhead, it silently approached the target, a house harboring occupiers. Precision strike. The M2 fighters, operating from a secure location, guided the drone. Their intel was precise. The occupiers were inside. The drone descended, its sensors locking onto the target. Then, with surgical precision, it struck. The house shuddered, debris flying, and the occupiers' hideout was no more. A victory for Ukraine. As dawn broke, the M2 fighters celebrated. Their daring mission had dealt a blow to the enemy's stronghold. The Darts drone returned, its mission accomplished. The occupiers' reign of terror had been disrupted. During the Russo-Ukrainian War, foreign volunteers joined the conflict in two waves. The first wave occurred between 2014 and 2019 during the war in the Donbass, with approximately 70,241 foreign fighters participating. The second wave, much larger, began in 2022 after the Russian invasion of Ukraine. These brave individuals came from various countries, including Russia, Belarus, Georgia, Croatia, and more. In the heart of the conflict, where skies hum with tension and shadows dance across battlefields, the operators of the 15th BROP NSU Karadag wielded their silent avengers, the strike drones. Their mission? To dismantle the Russian assault group, one calculated move at a time. The Russian Karadag assault group, a formidable adversary, loomed on the horizon. Their presence threatened the very fabric of Ukraine's defense. But the operators of the 15th BROP knew their duty: to protect their homeland, to strike swiftly, and to vanish into the ether. These sleek, agile drones, equipped with precision-guided payloads, soared above the battlefield. Their sensors locked onto the enemy's positions, tracing the invisible threads that bound them to their fate. The operators watched from their command center, hearts steady, as the drones weaved through the chaos. Closer. Closer they came. The Russian assault group, unsuspecting, continued their advance. But the strike drones were relentless. Their payloads, like whispers of vengeance, found their targets. Bunkers crumbled, soldiers scattered, and chaos erupted. The Karadag group was no more. As the sun painted the sky, the operators celebrated. Their silent victory echoed across the land. The strike drones returned, their wings scarred but triumphant. The Russian assault group lay broken, their threat extinguished. The operators of the 15th BROP NSU Karadag knew that theirs was a battle of shadows and whispers. Theirs was a victory etched in code, guided by courage and fueled by the indomitable spirit of Ukraine.